There's a story that the ecosystem does not want discussed. The Tipu Sultan debate is back, and this time it's a portrait, that portrait that you see on your screen, in a government office that's ignited the fire. The Congress Party, Samajwadi Party, Owaisi's AIMIM are falling over themselves to call this man a hero, a freedom fighter, a martyr who fought the British till his last breath. But let's put the truth out. This is a dangerous lie for votes, viewers. For decades, a toxic ecosystem of pseudo-seculars, leftist historians, distorians, vote bank hungry parties, they have glorified tyrants like Tipu Sultan. They paint him as the tiger of Mysore, a great warrior against the British, etc., etc. But the truth is, he was a mass murderer, a fanatic despot who slaughtered innocents in the name of jihad. And thanks to seminal work of historian Vikram Sampath in his powerful book, that the record has been set straight. Sampath has dug deep into the archives, letters, eyewitness accounts, and what he reveals is shocking. Tipu Sultan was no hero. He was a butcher who destroyed hundreds of many Hindu temples, forcibly converted thousands to Islam, massacred entire communities in Malabar and other places. His armies raped, looted, killed Hindus by thousands. Everyone who refused to convert, they were killed. Congress leaders hailing him as a reformer, Samajwadi Party's Abu Azmi calling him a Mujahide Azadi, Owaisi defending him as a martyr who never bowed to the British. All of this is vote bank compulsion, nothing else. Even the BJP has had it wrong on many occasions about Tipu Sultan. This portrait in a public office is an insult to every victim of Tipu's barbarity. This is a slap on the face of truth, viewers. Tipu Sultan was a monster who used sword and fire to spread fear. Thanks to scholars like Vikram Sampath, the truth is out.
अंग्रेजों से लड़कर टीपू की शहादत हुई। जेल में बैठकर टीपू तुम्हारे वीर की तरह 6 लव लेटर नहीं लिखा अंग्रेजों को मैं माफ कर दो, तुम जो बोले मैं करता हूं। टीपू तलवार लेकर अपने मुल्क को अंग्रेजों से आजाद कराने के लिए शहीद हो गया। क्या यह बात झूठ है कि एपीजे अब्दुल कलाम ने अपनी किताब विंग्स ऑफ फायर में लिखा कि भारत मौजूदा जो मिसाइल टेक्नोलॉजी, रॉकेट टेक्नोलॉजी को आज कर रहा है, वो टीपू के ख्वाबों को हम पूरा कर रहे हैं। गांधी ने अपनी यंग एज मैगजीन में लिखा कि टीपू सुल्तान वाज द एम्बॉडीमेंट ऑफ हिंदू मुस्लिम यूनिटी।
एक बहादुर सिपाही, मुजाहिदे आजादी, जिनके बारे में कहा जाता है कि रॉकेट लॉन्चर उस जमाने में उन्होंने बनाया, आज भी उनकी तलवार रखी हुई वहां पे अंग्रेज यहाँ, और जब वो शहीद हुए तो अंग्रेज की हिम्मत नहीं थी वहां जाने की, इतना डर था उनसे। ये सिर्फ हिंदू मुस्लिम करके मालेगांव में जिन्होंने लगाया है वो कहते हैं पहले से लगी हुई थी, लेकिन अगर नया लगाएगी तो इसमें कौन सी बात है, क्या प्रॉब्लम है? ये
इसमें कौन सी बड़ी बात है? says Abu Azmi. Syed Asad Abbas joining the panel. Syed Asad Abbas, what do you think of Tipu Sultan?
I think the same as what Sri Yediyurappa, the tallest leader of the BJP and a former chief minister who celebrated Tipu Jayanti in the heart of Vidhana Sauda, and he declared him as a hero and a freedom fighter. Sri Ramnath Kovind, our former president of India, on the October 2017, he was in Bengaluru at the assembly. He said, the heroic legacy and all of the great movements of Tipu Sultan will be remembered by history. Not just that, part 16 of the document of the Indian Constitution hails Tipu Sultan as a freedom fighter, along with the lines of Jhansi Wali Rani, Rani Lakshmi Bai, Sangoli Rayana, and of course, the great Rani Chennamma.
No, this keeps coming. No, this comes up often whenever you have a Tipu debate, Karan. Yeah. That what Syed Asad Abbas just said, that look, Tipu Sultan's portrait or photo is part of the constitution, the original copy. Now, by that logic, there are many things which were in the constitution. There were many things which were not in the constitution. Changes were made.
So, in the original constitution, we didn't have the word secularism to begin with. We had the mention of UCC. We still have it. So they'll selectively pick and choose. But I want to address the larger issue here, Pranesh. Anyone who ever endorses Tipu Sultan, just as Syed Abbas just did, should be ashamed of themselves. They should hang their heads in shame. And this is no laughing matter. You should be ashamed of yourself. I'll tell you why. Because even today, 2 centuries later, the Mandyam Iyangars in Karnataka, and he comes from Karnataka, this man comes from Karnataka, so he should know, in the town of Melukot, at the Narasimha Swami temple in 1790, Tipu Sultan did the unthinkable. 700 families were crushed by elephants when people had gathered there to light a lamp. This is what this shameful tyrant has done, and this shameless man here defends this man. That is what we should know. Those families even today carry those tragic horrors and do not celebrate Diwali. So let's not trivialize this matter. This man has been on record writing letters to kings. I will quote, King Zaman Khan on 19th January 1790, Sayyid Abdul Dulai on 18th January 1719, asking them to invade India. He's put out his proclamation where he said, I will kill and convert every single kafir. The sword that they talk about, what is written on the sword of Tipu Sultan? It was written, this is for the massacre of kafirs, for the unbelievers. This man has been so explicit and categorical about his design to massacre the infidels. He even converted the dead. That's the kind of despicable human being we are talking about. Shame on Asaduddin Owaisi, shame on those people who back this man.
Sanju Verma, Mr. Abbas is saying that leaders in the BJP, and he's right, leaders in the BJP have glorified Tipu Sultan.
Whether leaders in the BJP glorified Tipu Sultan in the past 2 years back or 2 months back, I don't care. As the national spokesperson of the BJP today, on the 16th of February 2026, I say Tipu Sultan was a bloodthirsty marauder. Tipu Sultan was a rapist. Tipu Sultan was a bigot. Tipu Sultan was a Hindu foe. And as Karan mentioned, never ever forget, on the 12th and 13th of December 1785, the Kodamas of Madikeri were marauded, raped, 60,000 men were kidnapped, 2 lakh women were held as prisoners so that they could be included in Tipu's harem simply for procreation. Not just Hindus. Tipu also forcibly converted Mangalorean Christians, Hindus and Christians of the Malabar region. And my final point is this. There is a girl, or should I say a lady, before elections in Maharashtra, the recently concluded local body election, she said, Dear Ambedkar ji ki main bhakt hu. After becoming the deputy mayor of Malegaon, she forgot Ambedkar and Gandhi और किसकी पोर्ट्रेट लगा दी अपने चेंबर में? टीपू सुल्तान की. And this time the Pune BJP president Dheeraj Ghate has actually filed an FIR against Congress President Harshvardhan.
How do you see Tipu Sultan?
See, Tipu Sultan, like every other historic figure, is a complicated figure. There was a time when he was fighting the Marathas. There was a time when he was fighting
the British. Nikhil, how do you see Savarkar? 1 minute. How do you see Savarkar?
Sultan was a Hindu. Savarkar, again, is a complex figure, but you can't deny the fact that he got a pension from the Brits. He was writing letters pledging his allegiance to the Queen, to the Crown. He was supporting the British. Now, again, this is an argument we can have and go back into
argument. Now, no. Can you say the same thing about Tipu Sultan? Yes, even the 4% quota will not fetch you votes.
I will say the same. No. What I'm saying about Tipu Sultan is simple, that he's a complex figure in history.
Complex?
Like
a mass murderer is a complex figure for you?
That is something the constitution... No, those are all debatable. Pranesh, if you
what is this constitution? No, 1 minute. So you are saying the point that Syed Asad Abbas raised, that his photo is there. Lord Ram's photo is there, that Congress said he is a myth. The Congress refuses to believe.
And they celebrate Tipu.
No, Pranesh,
IP Singh Saab.
Their leader is lovingly called Tipu.
खुल के बोलिए आईपी सिंह जी.
जी देखिए, वो वीर योद्धा थे और मुझे याद आता है कि 4th 5th स्टैंडर्ड में यूपी बोर्ड में एक चैप्टर था और स्वतंत्रता सेनानी के रूप में पढ़ाया जाता था. जिस तरह से वो श्रीरंगपट्टनम में 1799 में वो शहीद हुए, अंग्रेजों से ईस्ट इंडिया कंपनी से लड़ते हुए, और जिस तरह से उन्होंने अपने क्षेत्र, अपने देश, अपने इलाके को उन्होंने प्रोटेक्ट करने की कोशिश करी, जिस तरह
आईपी
से
सिंह
वो
जी,
लड़े।
एक मिनट,
तो
4th 5th स्टैंडर्ड में आपको औरंगजेब के बारे में भी पढ़ाया होगा?
देखिए, औरंगजेब के बारे में कुछ खास नहीं था, क्योंकि औरंगजेब का अध्याय बहुत ही कंट्रोवर्शियल रहा है, लेकिन टीपू सुल्तान के बारे में बहुत ही प्राउडली चैप्टर्स पढ़ाए जाते हैं। हिस्टोरियंस के अलग अलग ओपिनियन है, जिसको बीजेपी के प्रवक्ता इसलिए कोट कर रही हैं कि उनको कर्नाटक में चुनाव लड़ना
बीजेपी
है।
के प्रवक्ता ने तो बोल दिया, अपने पार्टी के लीडर्स को बोल दिया कि उन्होंने गलत पोजीशन लिया है। संजू वर्मा ने बोल दिया है, and you have to give it to, no, 1 minute, this is conviction. If the national spokesperson of a party is saying this on television, that this man is a Hindu phobe, mass murderer, and everything she said, it's a clear position. Why are the others dithering? Ravi Srivastav ji, boliye sir.
Pranesh, first of all, there's a hypocrisy of the BJP that the Yadurappa was celebrating Tipu Jayanti and now you are criticizing that. Why you hate Tipu Sultan? Because Tipu Sultan fought the Britishers.
Sir, what hypocrisy are you talking about? Nehru was against reservation. Rahul Gandhi keeps talking about caste. Is that hypocrisy? Is that hypocrisy? Or Congress would say that, you know, we've evolved. We have evolved. Till Vikram Sampath wrote that book, many people did not know. And there is no harm in saying that we did not know. But now that you know, and IP Singh ji is stuck in 4th 5th standard. उसके बाद भी सर ऐसा तो कोई रुकावट नहीं है ना कि स्कूल से निकल गए तो अपना पढ़ाई नहीं करेंगे। अभी भी किताब अवेलेबल है, पढ़ लीजिए वो। उसके लिए बार बार स्कूल जाने की जरूरत नहीं है। Karan, don't have time.
Selected works of Tipu Sultan, you know, it chronicles Tipu Sultan's own letters. Even then, when Sanjay Khan's Tipu Sultan was being shot, it was challenged in the court. There were mass protests even then that happened. So it's not that it's something propped up.
Let's see whether anything changes about the Tipu lobby, the ecosystem that we have that glorifies him. But thank you for joining us. The News Hour with Navita Kumar on the other side.